makes your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green starts from the ground up, so make sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Test your home for the presence of radon. Go to epa.gov/radon.
Make it green, green, green.
Pleasure tonight on behalf of the board, on behalf of the board of directors of the Monroe Art Guild, I want to welcome you here to this 18th annual Winter Art Show. And what a show it is. I'm sure that you've all been impressed with what you've seen. So I'd just like to start by thanking all the artists that are exhibiting here at this. And let's give everybody a big hand if you would. You know, I think since I became involved a little bit with the Guild a few years ago, I'd continue to get amazed at some of the shows. And I think the diversity of types of artwork that's displayed here at this particular show is probably one of the best that I've seen. So I really appreciate all the artists. I also appreciate some people that make things like this possible. First, our sponsors, Marie Preston, helped us sponsor this particular one, and also Social Circle Ace Hardware that helped us sponsor this. We really appreciate them. And as you know, when we have the show like this, we always have the purchase awards that some great person is always willing to come in and step up and purchase some awards. Those pieces of artwork that are being purchased will be identified in a few minutes. But I'd like to just thank Dr. Stonecipher over here for providing that purchase award. And I hope that everyone has enjoyed the music that we've had for this reception tonight. Over here, Cindy Crawley and Carol Horn, thank you very much for this music. You know, with that said, I'm going to turn the program over now to the director of the Monroe Art Guild, Brian Hardman. And Brian will be moderating the remainder of the program and presenting awards to those people. So I'm going to turn it over to Brian, if you just come on over now.
Hello and welcome, and thank you so much, Larry, for that introduction. And as you know, we had the opening reception scheduled for last Friday. And as I sent out the email saying we're going to postpone things due to the uncertainty of bad weather, it was 56 degrees and blue skies, so I felt kind of odd doing that. But at the same time, I also looked at where everyone was coming from. Usually we have between 150 and 200 people coming to this opening reception. And we have, at this show, 43 different artists representing the county, the region, and even some artists are from out of state. So taking all that into consideration, I thought it might just be better to postpone that for a week. So thank you for your flexibility and your understanding, but we just have such a wonderful following. I wanted to make sure everyone was having a safe time. So unfortunately, couldn't do anything about the similar temperatures that we had from last Friday, but at least there's no precipitation to worry about. But yeah, I'll begin by saying also a thank you to JL Designs for the flowers that was donated for this evening. And we couldn't get Debbie Jackson from A Better Bite Creative Occasions to do the catering tonight because she actually had a conflict with this evening. So the wonderful desserts and treats that you're enjoying is provided by board members, but also members as well. So thank you so much for those that have helped with that. And please take something home with you. Leftovers are not cool. I'm trying to lose weight and not gain weight. And when I smelled all the different sugar, it was wonderful. But please take it home with you. But I'll begin first with the Youth Merit Awards. And let me introduce my panel of helpers this time. This is Alfreda Laughlin. She's our board treasurer. And then this is Jennifer Borg, the judge for this past show. And then Dr. Stonecipher also will help do the purchase awards. So I'll begin with the purchase award pieces. If you could please. These are the 5 medals. And this is in no particular order. And for those of you that may be new to the Monroe Art Guild's shows, when pieces come in, they are all judged blindly. So a number is given to each piece, and they're covered up. And then the judge goes around and looks at the pieces in the various categories. So there's no, oh, I know so-and-so, that person's a great person, I think she ought to win, or he ought to win. It's just based on purely the piece, the information provided by you, the artist, and what's being seen by the judge. And so with the purchase award, Dr. Stonecipher was able to go around to everyone who was wanting to participate in that award program. And what that means is we don't have any of the commission. The artist gets purely all the money. So whatever price you have on there, you get all that. So that's one of the incentives being part of the purchase award. And each year we try to look for a sponsor that will be able to purchase up to $1,000 worth of art. And this is Dr. Stonecipher's second year of doing that. And he was very nice and generous. He did more than $1,000. So thank you so much for that. Now, in no particular order, I'll do the number 30, which is Small Teapot with Stopper by Phil Mund, who's one of our out-of-state and new artists. And would his sister please come forward? Oh, yeah. And the next one is Turkey Crossing by Brenda McDaniel. And I'm not sure if she's here. The third one is I Like This One by Jerry Chastain.
Jerry, have something else for you.
And the next one is One Shot by Charles Dyer. And then the last piece that was chosen is Stairway to the Heavens by Richard Botter. And then we always encourage the youth to participate, and this area that I'm standing in is the youth category. And 17 under youth can apply and have their work put in. It's only $5 per piece. And we, of course, encourage their parents to be members, but it's a great way to maybe get their work from the classroom into the shows, and so we're always excited to have their participation. So we have, for them, we had 5 youth apply. Just be, please. And Val, I'll let them know, please. And this one goes to, yeah, just and at this time I'll recognize all 5 of the youth that participated in the show, and then we'll have one that was selected for overall. And if any of the children are here, if they could please come forward, and then we'll pass out the medals. Ian Bell. And I just realized the thumbtacks are in my office, so of course that would have been handy to have out here. But any of you that are getting checks, you can take those home, but please leave your medals here and check with me afterwards, and I'll have push pins for everyone so you can put your medal next to the piece that won. And then Jolie Lanier. Paul Pelham. And then Thomas Glenn Pelham III. And then Nadia Vardy. And then overall is Dockside by Paul Pelham. All right, and as some of you may have noticed, we did include different categories this year, and we're looking at possibly adding mixed media into the mix of things for the summer show so that we can be very applicable to a lot of people and see what pieces are coming in and respond to those pieces. So we did add sculpture and functional pottery to this show. But the first category, in sculpture category, the runner-up is Hartwell Summers by Paul Handy. And I know he's here.
He's right there.
He's making his way up front. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And then also in the sculpture category, in first place, is Richard Sells for The Visitor. In the functional pottery category, in runner-up is Organic Platter and Plates by Paul Handy. And in first place is One Poor Lizard by Rebecca Braswell. Okay, in the photography category, in runner-up is Storm Clouds Gathering by Richard Botters. I just realized I'm not having the medals handed out. Oh my goodness, okay. All right, wonderful, wonderful. It is a Friday and I feel flustered, so sorry about that. So please, the sculpture and functional pottery categories, I'll be speaking with you shortly. Oh, goodness. All right, and then in first place,
Sorry.
is Vanishing Barn by Charles Dyer. In two-dimensional non-oil, runner-up is Gone Fishing by Susan Pelham.
Congratulations. Appreciate it.
And in first place is Balancing Act by Brenda McDaniel. In two-dimensional oil, runner-up is 8 Ways to Sunday by Jackie Slider.
Congratulations, Jack. Thank you. Oh, something else.
And then in two-dimensional oil, in first place is Little Flyer by Tina Nocera. Thank you, Bobby. Oh wow, this evening's ending so quicker than normal. All right. And then in Best of Show is In Deep July by Nancy Manley. She's not here either. Okay. And then I also do have honorable mentions. I have 10 of those. And that would be, in no particular order once again, Celtic Harp by Christopher Goga. And then Wall Piece for Dried Flowers by Phil Munt. Kennedy Road Beaver Pond by Renee Shoemaker. Hobbit's Hideaway by Brenda McDaniel. Rails Needles by Daryl Sparks. Rusted Bel Air by Jerry Chastain. Winter Sunrise by Bobby Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Overnight Snow by Mary Beth Schmelzer. Live Again by Debbie Dowd. And then last but not least, I Saw the Milky Way by Jody Duke. Sorry. Thank you. Well, thank you all so much for, there's nothing else I'm forgetting, is there? Right? Okay, well, thank you all so much for coming out this evening, and thank you for your continued support. And I do apologize for the call for entries going out later than we had liked this year, but as you know, things sort of changed with our sponsor, and we had to adjust because of that. So when Social Circles, Ace Hardware, and Marie Preston jumped in to help out, that was a wonderful addition to us being able to sponsor that. But yeah, if you have any friends or businesses that you know of, please feel free to see us for any sponsorship, because it's always wonderful to have those be supportive of our shows and of you as artists, and of course us in the community. But thank you again to Dr. Stone Cipher for being the Purchase Award this year, and then for Jennifer Borg being the judge. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Please feel free to take some food. And it was nice seeing all of you, and thank you so much for coming.
Hello, Walton County. This is Kevin Little with Chairman's Report on Channel 16, Walton Entertainment. Today I'm going to talk to you about several things going on and some important things that you probably need to be watching out as the future goes on over the next several months. Most important thing right now is the Georgia legislature is in session down in Atlanta, and they'll be there for 40 days, but really it generally lasts to the end of March, 1st of April, somewhere around in there. A lot of bills are going to be brought up and talked about, and some of them will be passed. It has a lot of local effect on them. Next week and weeks come on, I will update you on some of those bills. Legislature's basically about a week and a half in right now, but there are several bills that will have some long-lasting effect at the local level, and I want you to be able to call our representatives or our senators and talk to them about what the concerns you have there. And so I'll be updating you on that as time goes on, and update you each week on what's happening down at the legislature. But each year, over the past 4 or 5 years, we've had to suffer some cuts that they've cut at the state level, but there's still services that you, the citizens, require, and we've had to take care of it at the local level with no type of funding other than property taxes or such as that here. And so I just want to make you aware of things that are going on down that way. A couple other items that I want to talk about is if you've been up Highway 11 North or out towards Walmart in Monroe, you see the 138 extension, the Charlotte Rival Boulevard there. That'll be a 2-lane road that carries from 138 up to Highway 11 near the Board of Education, and it's probably about a year-long project, depending on how the weather works, and it's going to be a nice traffic relief for you in the north side of town up that way, and they're working pretty well with that. Also, if you're traveling on the south end of the county, Mount Perrin Church Road off of Highway 11 will be closed very soon because of the bridge location and road relocation for Hard Level Creek. That E.R. Snell has got that contract, and they'll be closing those roads down near Chicks Bridge Road and areas like that, some of the low areas, and then there'll be Circle Fairplay following that will be closed because they will be building a 700-foot long bridge that will be taking one of the big deep areas out of the new reservoir. We also have contracts preparing. We're working on reviewing contractors on the dam that will be for Hard Level Creek, and we hope to get all that started sometime this year. And if it'll come some rains like it's been here lately, we might do really well if we get the dam up and going. There's also other projects going on. We're putting together our spring paving list right now from Roads and Bridges, and we do an evaluation of all the roads against the roads, other roads, and so we're doing that, and we'll probably be paving somewhere around 30 to 40 miles this summer, as we generally do each year. And roads and bridges, and then the sides of the road, we'll start cutting and maintaining those. Now, we've had some spring-like weather here, and grass and weeds have begun to grow, but I anticipate that we will probably have some coldness somewhere here in late February or early March that'll probably knock all that back again. And if we was to have snow and ice coming up here in this winter month, our road department, we have 3 snow plows, and we do have sand and salt, and we'll be out as soon as we possibly can if anything comes up. But if we do have that cold temperature, that cold weather, be careful out on the roads, but we do all we can do is maintain as much as we can. Have about 800 road miles to maintain, so wherever you travel may not be where we've been, and so we'll get all the main lines open first, and DOT will be working on the state routes, and so, but I do anticipate us having some type of ice or snow in the very near future. So talked about good stuff here today, a good little bit. If you have any questions or concerns, give me a call, but I'll be updating you on the Georgia legislature on what's going on, what for you to watch, and then I'll be updating you on Harlow Creek and Charlotte Rowell and any of our road projects also as next week's come on. So 770-267-1316. Thank you.
Here with the Recreation Report. Today I want to congratulate some of our basketball teams that may have won their league championship. Last week we ended our regular season basketball with what we call our countywide championship, and a team from all over the county, all the teams come together to play in that championship. It's a single elimination event that lasts about a week. In some divisions we may have over 20 teams that compete against one another, and came down to the championship game. So congratulations to those teams that did win the championship. Now we're on to our All-Stars, which is our Georgia Recreation and Parks Association Class A All-Star team. This is the first time that Walton County will participate, at least in my tenure over the last 10, 11 years, that we will be playing Class A, which means we're going to be playing other departments that are our size or much larger, like DeKalb County, Decatur, Henry County, City of Macon. Those teams will be coming together now and playing an All-Star Championship. We're hosting the 11 and 12 and 11 and 12 boys and girls divisions up at Meridian Park. The other divisions from 7 and 8 up to 13 and 14 will be played in DeKalb and Decatur, Georgia, on the weekend of February 23rd and 24th, coming up soon. So good luck to our All-Star teams. We hope to bring another state championship to Walton County, and I know they'll represent us well. Also want to invite you out to a couple of things that we have going on, like our senior citizens aerobics class. Valerie Metz is our instructor for that. We do it 4 days a week, 2 days at Felker Park, 2 days at Meridian Park. And she has been averaging over 100 participants each day. So the classes have really grown, and we invite you to come out. We'll have a chair for you. You can provide some type of small weights if you want. You can go at your own pace. They listen to some of the best music around, some of the oldies, some of the new music. They like to have a wide variety, and they're constantly changing it up. And it's not just for the exercise classes. There's a lot of social things that they do there as well. Sometimes they eat a small meal together. Sometimes they just exercise and walk before and after. But it's great to have those folks with the same some of the same interests that you may have. So come out, and that's on our website. I'll go over to our website at the end. I also want to invite you to come out to our community centers. The weather's not the best. We are experiencing some good days out there right now in the month of February, but for the most part, it's kind of cold at night. So we invite you to come out to our community centers. Normally we're open until 8 p.m. at night, so it's a great time to come in. Since our basketball season's over, it may be a little quieter in those community centers now, but still we average over 200 people a day in our 2 community centers that come in and utilize the indoor walking track or the Nautilus equipment or the ellipticals and treadmills, things like that. So we do invite you to come out and check out a lot of the classes that we may have, the exercise rooms, the art classes, you name it. We've got a wide variety of things. We also have the walking tracks that are outside for you to go around. Meridian Park is still the most widely used walking track in Walton County. It's about a mile of asphalt that goes around a beautiful lake right in front of our Meridian Community Centers. So we invite you to come out to any of those things and utilize the parks as you see fit. Remember our website at waltoncountyga.gov. It's the best place to get any information. It's got all of our phone numbers on it if you need other information. So feel free to go to that website. Use it as a great tool for you. And if you need, give me a call or any of our staff a call. We're here to serve you. So until next time, thank you very much. One last thing I would like to mention is something that's very important to us, to our program. It's our spring adaptive baseball registration. These are for kids that can't play in our normal program that we have out at Crystal Park or at South Walton Park, that may have some type of special need, and then we do have a program just for them. And the registration fee for that is $20 for your first player, it's $10 for your second player, and I'll hold the flyer up where you can get a good look at it. Contact Lisa Fogey. We call this program our WASP. It's our Walton Adaptive Sports Program. We play all the games out at Hammond Park on Saturdays, and we have 3 or 4 teams that we'll have out there playing. It's ages 4 to 22, and we mix them up by ages and abilities. We have some buddies that come out and they may be pushing little chairs or helping retrieve the balls or maybe even become the pitchers. But it's a great program. It's very inexpensive to play, and that does provide you a uniform and a trophy at the end of the year for anybody that participates in the games. We don't keep score. It's just for fun, and the kids have a blast. So hopefully you'll be able to come out and join our WASP program if you haven't already registered for our regular program. So until then, thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff, Executive Director for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth, and I welcome you back today. My guest could not be here today, so I told her I would jumpstart her presentation because she will be on the next time we film to kind of give you a follow-up on what I discussed today. But that's Miss Teresa Thompson with the Walton County School District, and she wanted me, she's the Title I Parent Coordinator for the school system, and she wanted me to give you some important information that parents need to know if your children attend the Walton County School System. So I'm going to read to make sure I don't get anything wrong here. The parent satisfaction is a priority of the federally funded programs in Walton County Schools. And each year, the Title I and Title II federal funded program require the school systems to conduct a needs assessment survey, which is very important for the parents to fill out. The results of this survey will be used to write the Title I and Title II improvement plans. These improvement plans define how budgeted federal dollars will be used for the FY 13-14 school year are used. Parents are strongly encouraged to complete this survey, as your answers will help us decide how to best use federal money. All answers that you send in will be confidential. The survey should take about 6 to 8 minutes to complete. This survey is located on the right side of the Walton County School District homepage under Parent Needs Assessment. The survey link is highlighted there. The Walton County School District web address, I will give that to you in just a minute. And the school district values your responses to the survey questions and appreciates your support. Now, if you have any questions about this survey, you can always call Ms. Thompson, and her number is 770-266-4495, and she is actually located at Youth Middle School, and her email address, if you choose to email her, is tmthompson@walton.k12.ga.us. And she will be on with me next time just to kind of talk about this and talk about how important it is for all parents to complete this survey, because it's a huge need in this county. We have to know what the parents' needs are. What do you want for your children? So please, I encourage you to go online, and if you don't have access, please give Ms. Thompson a call if you don't have access to internet, and we can find a way to make that available to you through some of the schools, maybe through the library. So please give Ms. Thompson a call. And if you have any questions for the partnership, our meetings are the third Tuesday of every month at 8 a.m. at Felker Community Center. We would encourage all community members to come. If you're just interested in knowing what we're about, what we do, please feel free to come and visit. Everyone's welcome. We don't, we have no limitations as to who can attend our meetings. It's open to parents, students. We encourage all family members to attend. So as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Molly Kinlow with the University of Georgia Cooperative Extension here in Walton County, located in downtown Monroe. Today, I would like to talk to you about the program that happens every year, Walk Georgia. Walk Georgia is a wonderful program. It's a virtual walk through Georgia. What that means is you don't have to actually walk the whole 59 counties by foot. You're actually walking virtually on the computer, and it's a lot of fun. You can do this as a family, as a team of 4, or you can do it individual, either way. But Walk Georgia will begin. Registration starts February 1st, so it's already started. You need to get registered for Walk Georgia. The virtual walk through Georgia starts on February the 10th, and it goes through May the 4th. What will you do during this? Anything from yard work to housework to walking at work, go out at lunch. That's what we need to do, is to promote that we need to get out and move more as Georgians. We need to get out, exercise, move more, just be active. I'm right now in Felka Park here in Monroe. We're very fortunate in Walton County that we have so many different parks here. We have passive parks that we can walk through. We also have parks like Felker and Meridian Park and the Park and Social Circle at South Walton that we can go and exercise and walk. Right now, and I'm here, and they're also doing some classes here, and we just looked in, and the class is absolutely full. They look like they're having a ball. They have so much fun moving around as they walk and exercise. You can do that with Walk Georgia. You can do that and walk, get up, move around, and get active. We have a problem in the United States with obesity. And if we would get up with our children and walk around, drink water as we're walking, not Cokes as we're walking. You don't know how many times I'll see people out walking around and they've got a drink, a soda with them. And that's not good. We need to make sure we get out and walk with water. Keep yourself hydrated. We don't, even on cold days like we're having now in February, some cold days, we still can dehydrate from wearing layers of clothes. But if we would just get out without water, drink a little water as you're going, and get out and walk. We're going to see some more really warm days and some warm hot days even. I get out lots of times at lunch in downtown Monroe and walk around for about 15 or 20 minutes. That gets logged on to my Walk Georgia. I might go to the gym. We're fortunate we have several gyms here in Walton County. You can go to the gyms and walk and exercise. On Walk Georgia, you can do the elliptical, you can do the exercise ball, you can do yoga, Pilates, there's all kinds of things you can do. But what we want you to do is to get up and move. And if I've told you nothing else talking to you, we need to get up, move, and be active. And we can do that with Walk Georgia. Just go on the internet to walkgeorgia.org. That's all you have to put in. You log on, you go to the place to register. You register your team, register you as an individual, but you are going to register, and then you're going to have your Walk Georgia team. When you go on, you can look and see the top teams in Walton County. So you can see you're on there, or your top individuals. You'll see your name on there. So it will make it a lot more exciting when you start seeing people on there that you know, and it makes that challenge a little bit more. If you're at work, get a team from work. We have several teams from Advantage Behavior, from Unlimited Services, from the schools. Last year we had the tree cutting cowboys that walked away with it. They were fabulous. They walked all over Georgia. Our goal is to get through all the counties in Georgia. You can start in Dade and go to Ware County, or you can start in Walton County, Fulton County, anywhere you want to start. You can start and the goal is to get through all the counties. Every 15 miles of virtual walking, you get to move to a different county. Then you get to learn something about the county. It might be about the agriculture, it might be places to shop, it might be parks there. I had somebody one year tell me that they found a vacation place. They couldn't go on vacation that summer. And they found a place and they used it as a staycation, and they still got to go on vacation and they stayed at home. So you can do this too. You need to get up, get moving, and walk Georgia. So let's remember, we want to move more and live more, live longer also. We can do that by walking through Georgia. So I'm fixed to put on my tennis shoes, and I might take a few minutes and walk on the track. Have a great day. If you have any questions, call me at 770-267-1324 at the Walton County Cooperative Extension. Get out and go to Walk Georgia, walkgeorgia.org.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of The Health Story. My name is Dee Dee Harris, the Executive Director of Walton Wellness, a nonprofit located here in Walton County dedicated to the prevention of lifestyle-related chronic illness, focusing on diabetes and heart disease. Each week I like to come to you with some kind of tidbit of information or a resource that might be available that you may not know about, anything that might be helpful to your health journey in your life or someone that you love. And today I just want to talk, we've passed the holidays. I've done a lot of talking about the flu and the illness, and hopefully we are actually through the peak of the flu season, and we should hopefully be starting to see a lot of us getting well from all of this, what I like to call just the crud. That isn't necessarily the flu, but it just is, everyone's getting stopped up and those kind of things. So we should hopefully be heading more towards the well season as it does start to turn our seasons a little bit. So I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about looking towards warmer weather and thinking about your exercise. Now, I like to talk about exercise a lot. Some of you may know that I do exercise. One of my favorite things to do is spin class, which I do a lot because one of my favorite things to do is to ride a bike. I don't often get to go outside and ride a bike. I just don't have the time, so I actually go to the gym and take spin class and do working out and that sort of thing. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was that you don't have to go to the gym. I actually wanted to talk to you about incorporating daily activities as exercise in your life. Oftentimes, when people start thinking about wanting to get in shape or lose weight or something, they think, oh, I have to go to the gym. And so what I wanted to share with you today is that you don't necessarily have to go to the gym, because there are all kinds of ways to incorporate exercise into just your daily life. Just for example, going to the store, whether it's Walmart or the grocery store, just think about parking a lot further from the store. Try to find, it doesn't have to be the furthest parking space, but try to find a parking space that's not as close. Don't be the person that's driving around waiting for the person to leave that has the closest parking space. Actually park away from the store so that you can get a little bit more exercise just walking into the store. Also, you could incorporate just regular exercise walking around at home. One of the things that they say is we sit too much. We're sitting eating, we're sitting watching TV, we're sitting on the computer. We're often sedentary during the day. So it is important to think about just getting up, just moving around, walking around. If you're at work during the day and you have an office job, think about just getting up and walking around your desk, or just standing up, even being able to do just exercises that you can do next to your desk. If you consciously think about at least every hour getting up and moving, you'll be surprised at how much activity that will actually put into your day. Even oftentimes when you are at home, let's say, not necessarily for dinner when you're eating with the family, but if you're eating lunch or having a snack, standing instead of sitting while doing that. Even standing if you're going to watch a show. Try standing, watching some of that show instead of sitting. What is happening with us in society, as we've talked about before, is we are sitting so much, and if we would just try standing a little bit more, that actually exercises your muscles and your body more than it does sitting. It helps everything actually be in a line a lot more than sitting all day. So what I want you to think about is how can you incorporate exercise just into your daily life, not having to necessarily go to the gym or not having to go out and run 5 miles or a mile even. Those things are good, and I encourage you to do those things, but there are all kinds of ways. If that's not your thing, if you're not going to find yourself at the gym, if you're not going to be out walking, and maybe you just don't have the time right now to do that, think about all the different things you can do throughout the day. Every time you're sitting down, think about, could I stand up? Could I be walking around? What could I be doing right now instead of sitting the entire time? There's all kinds of creative ways that you can be healthy in your life that sometimes we don't think about because we're always hearing about people going to the gym or having to go run or walk or something. But there are all kinds of ways to incorporate health into your life even when you don't think you have the time. As always, if you want more information about Walton Wellness, you can find us on the web at waltonwellness.org. You can also find all of our contact information there as well. But if you want to get me the old-fashioned way by phone, it is 770-313-8107. Thanks for watching.
At my office in recent months about trash on the side of the road, but we did have a letter that came in to the chairman's office, concern of a citizen here about our roadsides, and I just wanted to share a little bit of information with you all about how we work here at Keep Walton Beautiful. We don't just have people that go out and pick up trash. We don't have people employed to do that. We work through volunteers. That's what I work through with my program here with volunteers, and we do have an Adopt a County Road program where people can adopt a road through the county, and we have that information here, and it's also on our website. Now, the state of Georgia has kind of put a moratorium on the Adopt a Highway program. We do have 2 or 3 active groups still on the Adopt a Highway program, but they are going through a lawsuit, and they have decided not to do any more Adopt a Highway programs at this point in time. So with the constraints on their budget, they don't have a lot of money, I guess you might say, to just hire people to go out and pick up the road. The same people that you see picking up on highways are the same workers that do the other jobs that are needed by the Department of Transportation. So personal responsibility is a must with litter. I mean, it's never going to go away. There are going to always be people who don't care, and we do everything we can here to try to educate and let people know that we are here. We're trying to get in, talk to school children, any kind of civic groups. There are just some people that don't care one way or the other, and they're always going to be there, and I hate that. But that it is what it is, and we have a wonderful sheriff's department. And we have judges that help enforce when people are spotted littering, but sometimes it's hard to catch them. We have people here in the county that if they do find a bag of trash or something like that, if they find any kind of identifying information, then they do get with the person that littered. And we also have these little cards that are available that if a citizen spots somebody littering, they can actually send that card or get it to the sheriff's department, and Sheriff Chapman will write the person who littered a letter. Now, he doesn't arrest them, but it does, I would think, get one's attention. I know it would get mine if I got a letter from the sheriff saying that somebody saw me littering. So I just kind of wanted to say that because it's a struggle, and we really do try very hard, and personally, I think, our county looks better than some of the counties around us, and I've actually had some compliments recently. I will say one other thing about litter. In winter months, it's always worse because it's more visible, and the weather's worse. And when we use our sheriff has a highway detail that they get out and pick up roads, and our public works department supervises community service workers that are sentenced through the court system to pick up trash, but they can't do that when there's inclement weather. So in winter months, you're just going to see it a little bit more frequently. But anyway, I hope that I've explained this a little bit, and if anybody has any questions about it or concerns that they want to share, or even any ideas, we're all up for new ideas, and we're always ready to have new volunteers work with us on our educational programs. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great week.
Hey, I'm Isaac with Reboot Computer Company, and we're going to do the Reboot Tech Tip. We're going to talk a little bit today about security. Lots of security issues going on. As of late, we've got a big one right now that was in the news about Java. A lot of people don't know what Java is. It's basically it's a programming language that's used on computers, websites, cell phones, all these little Blu-ray players, DVD players. A lot of this stuff all uses Java. So it's necessary in everyday life of computers. The thing that has happened recently is that some hackers have figured out how to exploit the Java and go into computers or whatever this Java is on, and do pretty much whatever they want to. So it's kind of like a hole that they've drilled through to get to your computer or whoever's. So it's not like you can just get rid of Java. You've got to have it. The biggest thing to help with that Java issue right now is to make sure your Java is updated. Java will come out with an update maybe once a month or something like that. You use that update every single time. You got to have it. Otherwise, you're exposed, to some kind of security issue. There's another thing that happened recently in the news was that Zaxby's franchising, it wasn't actually Zaxby's franchising, it was a bunch of franchises that were hacked into, and credit card numbers were stolen, and it was a big deal on the news, and I believe it was close to 100 or 200 Zaxby's that got affected, and some here locally actually. Not the one in Monroe, but I know Conyers and some surrounding cities were breached there. There's not a whole lot, us as consumers can do, pay with cash. Luckily a lot of times when things like that happen, it's not, the consumer doesn't get the backlash from that. Basically, it's not the consumer's fault. The credit card company either takes the hit from it, or, Zaxby's would take the hit from it. But it always leads to higher rates or, price increases or whatever. The key thing here again is, security is key. Have antivirus stuff, have a firewall. Windows itself that everybody uses pretty much on their computer has a firewall built into it. The firewall is just designed so people can't come into your computer whenever they want. Always make sure that thing is turned on. It's in the control panel under a little security icon, or on some versions of Windows, I think it's actually under Windows Firewall. Your antivirus will also have a firewall. Make sure it's turned on. You can do several different things. If you have a business, you can actually buy a little box that is basically a physical firewall that you can install on your network, so nobody, it's just another security measure so nobody can come in and steal credit cards or information, bank information, whatever the case is. Take a look at your QuickBooks or whatever they want to do. The key thing here is that if you are plugged into the internet, then you're not real safe. You've got to do everything you can to make sure nobody can get into your stuff. Another thing you can do is change your passwords frequently. Your network passwords, if you have wireless, change it once a month is a good idea. Bank accounts, if you do banking and stuff online, change that stuff, those passwords once a month. So a lot of times what these guys will do is they'll find an account or whatever, and they'll run this program, and it just does all the passwords that anybody has ever done. It may take them a month, but eventually they can beat through it. So it's smart to always change your stuff. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but have some security. Call a computer company. Have them come out, check out your business if you have one. Make sure you're secure. There's lots of stuff that can be done. But anyway, this is Isaac Rose from Reboot Computer Company, and that's the Reboot Tech Tip.
Thanks for tuning in today. Again, we're going to show you the dogs and cats that are available for adoption here at Walton County Animal Control. Remember, we're right behind the Sheriff's Office in Monroe. You can come by any afternoon, Monday through Friday, from 2 to 4:30 to have a look at what's in the kennel. Springtime's coming. What does that mean? Yeah, it means warmer weather, but it also means cats, 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 cats. Every spring we get flooded with cats and kittens, and there's just way too many to get into new homes. So what we need your help to get them spayed and neutered. Paradox Spay Neuter Clinic is starting up their yearly special, cat spays, only $25. So if you've got that female cat hanging around your house, you like her and don't want her to go, but you don't want a bunch of little kittens, just go to Paradox Spay Neuter Clinic, $25 during the month of March and I believe April. It's going to be at paradoxspayneuter@hotmail.com, or you can call 770-972-5067. Give us a hand here and get your cat spayed. And now we're going to show you some of the animals that are available for adoption.
We got a 4-month-old male cat that has not been neutered, but very sweet. He's still a kitten. He is very loving and very sweet, and we do have others also. You just need to come down and look and pick you one out. But he is very sweet, and like I said, he's 4 months old.
We got a hound mix, female. She's about 3 years old. She's already spayed and has a ton of energy. Needs lots of room to play.
Hey, this is Dozer, kind of a unique fella. He looks like a German Shepherd, but he's got little stubby legs, so maybe he's mixed with a Corgi or some kind of lowrider dog, not really sure. But he's a real friendly guy. He's played with other dogs in the kennel and hadn't been any problem at all. And he's already been here his time. No owner came forward, so he's looking for a new home.
We got about a 2-month-old male, possibly a Aussie mix. He's about 2 months old, very sweet and needs a home.
And this is Maribel. She's kind of your typical Georgia black dog. Not really sure what kind of a mix she is, but she's a nice medium size. She's not going to get any bigger than that. She's got a real sweet personality, real gentle, should be good with kids as well, and she's done fine interacting with other dogs here at the shelter.
Here we have a mixed breed female. She's also spayed. She's about 3 years old, and she does not do good with cats, so she would need to be the only pet. She does get along with other dogs, but she just does not like cats.
Creative Signs, we make large and small property and business signs, full color, digitally printed banners, as well as vinyl lettered ones for celebrating special events. Yard signs for selling your home or making special announcements like your graduating senior. Turn your vehicle into a moving billboard with vehicle lettering or magnetics. Creative Signs, Monroe, 770-267-7368.
Fetch boy! Where did all this trash come from?
That was a good one.
Good game, man.
I heard each year that one person throws away enough trash to equal the weight of 8 baby elephants.
I heard recycling just one Sunday newspaper could nearly save 75,000 trees. Help your community out.
Keep Walton beautiful.
Keep Walton beautiful.
Keep Walton beautiful.
To be a Keep Walton Beautiful volunteer, call 770-267-1421. Or check out our website at waltoncountyga.gov/KWB.